And just to make it a little more appetizing by percentage, well, the best combined record in championship game history. How about that? 58-2. Bo Borowski, Randy McCall, Keith Kimball get the championship assignment. Congratulations to them. Here we go, fellas. Here we go, America. Let's make a little history tonight in Indianapolis.
Jim Nance at Grant Hill right now. The Zags go a little. Wait a minute.
Butler, a little switch off defensively right away. And this is going to be some matchup right here. Mitchell with Suggs on him. And again, Zach showing switch. It's vital, and he's too strong with it, but fights for the rebound. Misses a second attempt.
Yeah, that's his game, too. Now, they got to attack the rim. There's no deterrent at the rim defensively.
Mitchell. And he hits the jumper right over Ayayi.
And Jim, Gonzaga's going to be tested. Baylor, one of the best isolation basketball teams in all of college basketball.
Kispert's got to make shots, too. I think the key is how they guard Timmy at this end of the floor. He is the key guy.
Quick hands of Baylor, already tapping it a couple of times. Here's Suggs from three.
And they fronted the post that time, Grant. See if that continues. And he starts dancing, watch out.
Gonzaga likes to switch. See if Baylor can exploit the matchup in that isolation basketball.
Yeah, Kispert on Teague.
Now on Mitchell, too. Got some size to stop that jumper.
Here's Teague, looking for the paint. Fade away, not there. But another offensive rebound by Vital.
Does every nice cut and a look.
Pass. Give the assist to Vital. Butler with the basket.
All the little things. Number 11, a little charge, I think.
It is a charge on Suggs as Mitchell stood his ground.
How about Vital's presence here early? Offensive rebound, great back cut to the rim, Jared Butler, and he loves to finish amongst the trees inside. But right now, Baylor coming out with intensity on both ends of the floor. The defensive player of the year sacrificing his body to get that charge.
I'm not so sure he got there that time, though. But that's what he does, draws charges. Humble do a lot of screening.
Here's Mitchell again from the outside.
Wow,
and that's a three. He's hit his first two shots.
He had Timmy on him. They knew the fear of going by. Let him shoot that deep one.
Wow, what a start by Baylor.
And Gonzaga's got to get to their spacing and motion offense. So hard to defend.
This guy's got to make shots.
Kispert short with the first attempt, and it's going to stay at this end.
Kispert gets open looks. He's got to make them. Just a nice little read here. A little slow cover by Timmy. A little hesitant, Grant.
Too much space. You have to be up on that screen with Mitchell.
Suggs looking for help to get it in. Goes long with it to Kispert.
This is the guy that gets in the lane, has nice pace to his game.
But he throws it away. There was no one there.
Hey guys, look, back in '91 when we beat UNLV in the semifinals of the Final Four, Coach K struggled to get us refocused and locked in against Kansas in the finals. Now, we eventually did, but it'll be interesting to see if the Zags, who look a little flat right now, can get themselves going here in this first half.
He got your attention, right? He got your attention, huh?
He threw us out of practice.
I think he always got his attention. Just guessing.
That's what they got to do.
Butler with the drive for two more.
They got to do that. He's not a major shot blocker on the back line.
Gonzaga with its biggest deficit of the tournament. It had trailed at one time Oklahoma by 8. 9 down, not even 3 minutes into this game. Suggs blocked by Teague. And last touch by the Zags.
Nobody talks about this Baylor defense, Grant. They just get down in the stance. They control their own guy. And just terrific coverage here. Look at the double up. Butler so attentive to take away that baseline. Good coordination defensively by Teague as well.
Gonzaga's only attempted 3 shots, turned it over twice. Finds themselves in a 9-0 hole as Teague got fouled on the way in.
Suggs, number 2. If they give it to him, yeah.
It's on Suggs.
That changes everything. Cook will probably come in now, who's a solid kid, confident, can make shots, excellent defense. That really puts you in a little bit of a hole, Grant.
No question. Gonzaga obviously having to get some stops on the defensive end. Suggs helping, reaching in, got all of that arm right there. Will have to sit down, but they're going to have to just lock in, settle down here, and try to not get too much separation against these Bears.
Look at this mismatch here. He's got to take him with the bounce.
Mitchell goes past Timmy. Floats it underneath.
Look at the
Violet. Back to Thamba. Back it in.
Look at this offensive rebounding. That's when they're dangerous. The kick out.
Dominating the class 6-1 early.
Once again, the mismatch. He starts dancing.
He starts dancing, turn the jukebox on.
And he starts driving. And Timmy comes out with it. Up ahead, Nimhart. They got the numbers. He's going to take it to Butler, and he gets fouled.
Should have given it up.
Yeah, I thought he had it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he wide open.
Unbelievably delicious Coca-Cola flavors. Enjoyed by national champions and also by everyone else.
And right now, guys, 4 offensive rebounds by Baylor. Too much. Gonzaga has to get stopped so they can get out in transition where they thrive.
So, almost 4 minutes in, and the highest scoring team in college basketball still seeking his first point of the night.
And got some offense. They sometimes gain when they go to the bench, this Baylor team.
Oh, it's amazing what they do.
Meyer, right?
They had 32 of Baylor's 78 in the win against Houston. Now, the second one goes, finally. Bulldogs on the board.
Chachawa is such an important ingredient for this team. His ball screens and dives, he sprints the floor. Big time defensive factor as well.
He tried to talk to Scott Drew about his bench, and he says it's really an 8-starter rotation because they get pretty much equal minutes, and they come up big. Here's Mitchell again, freeing himself. He hits another shot.
Is he locked in what, Raph?
He is ready to go. Goodness, uncontrollable early.
10-point lead for the Bears.
Gonzaga's got to get Timmy involved.
Timmy's got to get touches. They're trying to prevent touches is the game plan.
Great front inside.
And look at the weak side help.
Nimhart back outside. Was it tipped? It was. 5 on the shot clock, but we've got a break in the action. This is what it's been.
Boy, they are ready to go. He is on fire. A countable performer. The Bears, solid early. Woo! On fire.
Mark Few talking to Suggs, who's on the bench with 2 early fouls.
Obviously frustrated. Really a tough call on him. The first one really should only have 1.
Kispert has to put it up to beat the shot clock. That's a big one.
That is big for him as well. Struggle a little bit from deep. They need him to deliver big time.
First basket of the night, and it took over 4 minutes and 35 seconds to get one home. And now Butler.
Can't overhelp with a nice dive by Jonathan.
Ooh.
Oh, what a clever little pocket pass by Butler.
And Chachua able to finish it off. Timmy driving in.
Nice footwork.
Great defense.
That sure is.
Cook swings it, almost got away from him.
And the way Baylor helps and recovers and gets back to shooters, impressive.
They got to get it inside here. Timmy's got his guy.
Cook with 5, doubled up.
Nice cut.
Finds a Yayi and short with the little shot.
That's what they do best. Dive to the rim. Bail out the dribbler.
Butler. Another one from the outside.
Ooh, you cannot sneak a peek and help out off the guy with the ball. That's the problem. You can't stunt. They get a crease, a gap. The kick, it's nothing but nylon. Boy, are they shoot the ball great.
It's just the 4th time this season Gonzaga has been down double digits. Dave Gavitt, we lost him a long time ago, so pivotal, but you saw Tom Jernstedt on the right, so instrumental in the expansion, the growth of the NCAA tournament. He passed away this year. He's been honored and celebrated this week in Indianapolis, and he is missed by everybody in the college game. Here's Timmy driving in off the pass from Cook.
Cook's got a nice feel for the game. Nice dive to the rim. Suggs out. I would keep him out for a while. Short. Early in the game, these leads are very misleading. Zags just have to get their legs. A little nice dive here by that's a good foul by Kispert.
Flagler will go to the line as Kispert knocked him down. Look at this pass. Cook getting all these minutes without Suggs.
Absolutely. Of course, Big-time player at Southern Illinois, but I'm just amazed how they understand how to get to the open spot. Make yourself available.
Thursday, United States of Al has joined the powerhouse CBS comedy lineup. From Chuck Lorre, executive producer of The Big Bang Theory, young Sheldon, mom. See why people are saying everyone could use a friend like Al. Here. United States of Al, Thursday after young Sheldon here on CBS. How long do you sit Suggs?
I keep him. It's early in the game. I mean, there's a comfort zone. They've got a couple of backup guys. So what Cook was able to do there. There's all sliced by Big Jonathan.
Timmy had taken away. Mitchell, no call. Hits the deck. Back out. Flagler, who can shoot it. Well, it's a three.
Good piece of officiating, too. A lot of guys would have called that clean block, but they have subs who can light it up.
And right now, Gonzaga just looks fatigued, almost drained right now. Don't have that same pop, that energy we're accustomed to seeing from them on both ends of the floor.
It's their biggest deficit of the whole season, 15.
Problem is, Timmy's not the big factor he has to be.
So
Nembhard hits the shot.
He's poised and controlled. Love his game right there. Gonzaga just has to stay within striking distance here. They can't let this lead get too big.
Some tough matchups on the ball screen, too. There's the same one. They dive.
Wide open.
They don't cover him.
Chachua.
And you had mentioned to me off air, right? If you cover him, you got the three.
You cover it. The shooters are wide open. They've been knocking down those threes. And if you leave them open, high percentage shot at the rim.
Gonzaga's defense has no answers.
Look at this defense. Goodness.
There's another turnover. Flagler looking up. Meyer.
Nice pump.
Gives it up. Chachua. Off the front of the rim. Now Nembhard weaving. Going outside with it. Cook. Shot's not there.
Look at this kid. Chest to chest, Mitchell.
Takes the challenge, doesn't he?
His nickname is Off Night. Goodness.
Timmy.
Nice
Again, they're able to go in and take it away from him.
Yeah, Meyer with a great recognition and help.
2 of the last 3 trips down the floor, they've just stolen it away from Timmy. Now Mitchell
goes left, great.
Block by
block.
Timmy. What a block.
Got numbers here.
Mitchell still waiting.
Nice pass.
Nembhard.
What a block
by Chachua.
Oh, goodness, that was a clean block. Woo. Wow.
And they call the foul.
Goodness.
But now 23-8 as we reach another break. Bears opening up in a blitz. They were 1-2 at the start of the year, just the 5th time the championship game features AP preseason top 2. And how about this, the 2, in this case Baylor is the 2. The 2 has already won all the previous matchups.
And wrap this screen and roll. On that roll by Chachua, leaves that wide open shooter, and you stay home, he's wide open. When you have 4 shooters on the perimeter and screen and roll, so tough to defend Gonzaga. And Baylor just picking apart that defense. Great decision making, great scoring and finishing by the Bears.
So Grant, you brought it up about what did Saturday night take out of them? And you have an overtime game against UCLA, you have all that emotion. Here's that block, by the way. They called the foul.
Just a great play.
He might have got him on the head a little bit. I don't know from that angle, but it looked clean, though.
Boy, it was a great effort. Suggs on the floor, by the way. And he's got to play conservatively. They got to change their ball screen tactics. I would even try going under a little bit. Maybe not as effective shooting the 3 off the dribble. As their bumps, they change the look.
Flagler back to the rim, but runs to the rebound. Somehow comes off the foot of Watson.
And that's their 6th offensive rebound.
This will go to the Zags on the arrow.
Goodness, are they out hustling him? Timmy gets a little bit of a blow.
And Jim, to your question earlier, that big win they had the other day against UCLA, I'm mindful of when we beat Kentucky and Leitner hit that incredible shot. We were flat a week later in the semifinals against Indiana. So hard to come down and refocus after a big-time play, and certainly Gonzaga may be struggling with that right now.
Nice little curl here. First time they've run that.
Oh, my goodness. Namba says no to Kispert's drive And shot attempt.
Laying the thamba on him. A nice little curl play, playing small right now with Timmy out. But look at that reach. Their centers exactly know their job. Here it's a little bit lost.
Oh, Watson underneath.
I think
he felt the presence.
He felt it. Great call.
Butler, step back three.
Are they locked in and focused?
They also know defensively, the Zags, they can blow by you as well. Great individual skill level. And I guess breaking into the cylinder there.
They got Flagler on the foul. Timmy's going to come in.
You said it best, Bill. I mean, these guys are not only catch and shoot players, they can create plays off the bounce. These three guards, so explosive and so dynamic.
They look so much, well, Suggs is in the game. Looks so much quicker than Gonzaga here at the start.
Well, they're just influenced. No touches for Timmy, and that's part of the problem. Look at these hands.
Loses the ball on the floor, tries to get it down to Timmy, who's on the floor with it, but Teague's there too.
Boy, they are not.
And this arrow will go to Baylor.
Boy, they are not packing the tack. They are just aggressive. Talked about the rebounds, loose balls, deflections. They are wired into this game. The Zags got to match it at some point. Look at the hands, the trap, take away the vision, the all-out hustle. They think you got a deuce for Timmy. Forget about it. Green shirts active.
Now Suggs with the two fouls, going to back off and go down low and look after Thamba.
Teague's got to take him. This is the mismatch he wants.
Teague takes the shot.
How about this? They just own the white shirts.
29-10. Incredible. 5 for 5 from 3 are the Baylor Bears. Timmy. Tough shot, got it to go.
That's why they don't.
Nice fake dribble handoff right there by Timmy. But with this lead right now, you can't try to get it all back on one possession. You just have to chip away, try to get some momentum if you're the Zags going into halftime soon.
Well, you need a heck of a hammer to chip away at this. The offense is so smooth and effective. Getting good shots and getting second opportunities.
I mean, Baylor 5 for 5 right now from the three-point line.
Teague, as they get the switch off defensively, 4 to shoot, 2 to shoot.
Great float team too. Look at this, Vital doing such a good job, gets another possession.
Off the hands of Timmy. Celebrate the 2021 National Championship with the officially licensed locker room tees, hats, and more for all your team apparel and accessories. Head to ncaa.com/shop. Butler comes back in for Flagler.
And Raph, it's so difficult to defend these Bears. Multiple guys can go get their shot. When everything breaks down, they have the ability to go score, and they've been doing it here early.
And you got to stay honest.
That's
why got a foul.
It's going to be whistled for it.
Goodness. There's a little nickel dime McCrory's basement. But the ability to beat your guy individually, you have to stay home, contain your own guy, because they are devastating on a kick.
A nickel dimer, he fouled him.
A small change. Again, the rubs, they hadn't done it.
Going the other way.
I think the moving, Tom has done that a couple of times during the NCAA tournament.
That could have been 3 on Suggs right there, but you're right. The moving screen.
First on Thamba.
Very close.
But as a screener, you just stand still. It's up to the cutter to set his man up. Nice play.
Timmy. Underneath, it's going to be Baylor basketball with Butler.
Bamba's presence felt again at the rim.
Absolutely.
Butler.
The slap back.
Front of the rim. There's Suggs wanting to take off with it. Does this look familiar? Going to drive in, give it up. Timmy for the dunk.
And he avoided the charge. The
Yeah.
presence of mind. And Mitchell's so alert, stepping in that running lane.
First assist for Suggs. He's got 2 turnovers and missed his 2 shots with 2 fouls to boot.
Such good finishers at the rim. Look at this shot.
Wow, you said he could float.
They got a great little baby hook at the rim. Gorgeous delivery.
Kispert. Underneath, bodies are down.
The other way. Timmy. Well, they are alert on both ends of the floor.
Raph, how about the defensive presence from Thamba? I mean, he's blocking shots, getting deflections on ball screens, drawing offensive fouls. His defensive intensity early, giving life and a lot of momentum to these Bears.
Probably a little more ball screening action with big Jonathan, everyday Jonathan on the floor. Here it is, empty side, too.
Mitchell whips it to the corner to Meyer.
What a nice-
Kispert committed. Outside, Butler. Rebound, that's Meyer charging in and going to be whistled for it. Now, maybe not.
I think you're right.
It is. Against Baylor's Meyer. But it is all Baylor right now, guys.
The centers are playing great for Baylor. Whew, solid, enjoying it.
Back in Naptown. And just watch what happens here as Teague hits the shot. That was the bench cam powered by AT&T 5G. And that bench, and this bench knows how to contribute. +9 so far in this game. That's just a running thread to the whole season.
They know how to root, obviously, and why not?
No.
Some great contributions.
Conversely for Gonzaga, they don't really have great depth. Strict 7-man rotation, really relying heavily on their starters.
Got the starting 5 on the floor against Suggs. Had to sit early with the 2 fouls. Being careful.
Give it to him.
Give it to him. This is a nice matchup for Timmy. Get him to the box.
Suggs driving in, has the stolen, his 3rd turnover. Now Vital passes to Teague, and that's goaltending.
Boy, the mistakes the Zags are making, uncharacteristic, but the tenacity, the aggressiveness, is just terrific open floor opportunity.
But it's the physicality of the Baylor defense.
Right.
The guards are so physical, they attack you, creating those turnovers. The best team in college basketball forcing turnovers.
Into Timmy, and a foul first, though.
They got to do more of that. Got to get him involved. They got the mismatch they wanted. They got to get back to playing their style of basketball. He's a great guy, sealing and begging, but the timing's been off. And as you alluded to, Grant, they are just up and into the shirts.
First on Mitchell. There's Kispert. Misfiring on a 3.
Dangerous on the slapback here.
Meyer. Step backs, takes 3 of his own. And that's Nembhard able to save it to Yayi. Suggs driving in. Foul outside.
They needed that one too. They need a pause that refreshes. They are struggling.
And he's a guy who's a difference maker. I mean, his talent, his athleticism, he can match that, although he has to be careful with the fouls. But Suggs being aggressive and being smart, so important for the Zags trying to get back in the game.
Butler goes to the bench. He just picked up his 2nd.
Now, they score 91 points a game, and they are really having trouble at this end. Not good coordination, not the smooth outlook we've seen on the offensive end for this team.
And that's the first point of the night for Suggs. First time the ball's gone through the cylinder since hitting the game winner on Saturday night. Got them both.
That was still one of the most incredible games that I've seen. I think you guys would agree. You've seen a lot of them, Jim.
No, it's going to rank up there, but you know, you have to really, in some respects, pay it off. You got to win the next one.
Absolutely.
No question.
As Grant mentioned, you know, they were on a high little zone look. This is dangerous.
Inside, Vital.
Doesn't give up on a play, this kid. Energy, aggressiveness, automatic switching. But they are really off their game, aren't they?
No question. Good pass.
Back to Timmy for 2.
Got to use him. Get him involved. Get the big fella moving. Screen, roll. And reverse the ball when he's fronted and he can step across the lane.
Well, with this team right here in Baylor, you cannot relax running your zone if you're Gonzaga. The shooters and the passing and decision-making, they will pick a zone apart.
See how wide the zone is, too?
Flagler bouncing around and out.
Oh, they give Nembhard the foul there.
You said it best. Get Timmy involved. Great screen, roll to the basket. Timmy's ranks 3rd in the country in scoring on layups. His movement and activity is so important, but they got to find him to give him an opportunity to score.
First foul on Nembhard. Mitchell looking for a second option. Goes underneath to Thamba. Looking for help.
Back to straight up man. The empty side, he's so dangerous.
And that pass sails on him.
He's mad because Flagler wasn't in the right spot. He wanted him in the corner on that dribble drive kick.
Give the Zags credit, though. The help side did come over, forcing him to take that bad shot.
You got 2 on Butler, 2 on Chachua, and 2 on Suggs. That was the first. As
give it up. You have
Suggs drives in and lays it in.
I like the kick to the corner. He wants to put his imprint on this game, doesn't he?
That last turnover by Mitchell last time down the floor was his first turnover in the tournament in 69 minutes of playing time. He had 15 assists between turnovers, and here he is back with the basketball, giving it up to Flagler.
The middle's going to be wide open because you got to stretch the D to cover these dynamite Trey shooters.
Teague with 5. Off his foot on the floor. 1 to shoot. Mitchell. Rebound. Timmy fighting Thamba for it, and they call it jump ball. It will go to Gonzaga.
Just really solid. On this return, I thought he had a three-point shooter in the corner. But he wants to get into the game, get into the flow of things, get his team going.
And Raph, they need him to do just that. Stay aggressive attacking for his team to have a chance.
Timmy's still the guy they got to go through somehow.
Kispert slashing, giving it up. Ayayi coming off his career high, and he's tripped by Thamba, who now has his second.
Now they have problems, the 2 big guys covering that ball screen too. That could be an effective weapon, particularly with Timmy. And then you get the mismatch on the box for the big guy.
We'll take Thamba out, and Chachua with 2 fouls also returns, as does Meyer.
Talk about Meyer and Chachua. When they come in, a whole different look to this team, defensively and offensively for Baylor.
Absolutely. Both of them play with energy, with freedom, particularly Meyer on the offensive end.
Ayayi, first team all West Coast Conference. We'll get one more. Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today.
You got to start thinking stops, creep your way back in. If you're the Zags, get under 10, be comfortable. A lot of game left. This zone has been effective, switching on and off from man.
Last 6 points to the Bulldogs.
Look at the stretch of the D. I'd put a shooter on the foul line.
Flagler loves this shot.
He's got it. How about that? You can't cover that whole floor, can you?
Well, when you put Meyer in the game, you have 4 shooters out there on the floor with the great decision-making of Mitchell.
Kispert, turn around,
Nice.
got it.
Be more aggressive. He has to be. All-American, leader.
But you almost have to play this zone paranoid. I mean, you have to play with energy and aggressiveness. You can't stand back against Baylor in the zone. They will pick you apart, and they've done it.
And there's Kispert with the steal. Up ahead he goes perfectly to Ayayi, and that's 8 unanswered.
This team, they have a big-time ticker. They're not going to go away. Early leads, misleading. You get a little fat, you fall in love with your game against a big-time opponent. Send it in, Bordeaux. I love that name.
It's actually a 10-3 run for Gonzaga, shooting over 50%, Grant, but down 12. 8 offensive rebounds by Baylor in this game.
And there's been a lot of turnovers forced by Baylor. They average 17 turnovers a game in terms of forcing, and right now, Gonzaga 8 of them. That's why the Baylor Bears have more shot attempts.
1-3-1, they use this once in a while. A big out top and a Ayayi. Tough to get across court. You're going to get a corner jumper out of this, and offensive rebounding as well.
Butler back on the floor for Baylor with 2 fouls. Turnovers 8 already. They've averaged 11 in the tournament.
They take off the 1-3-1, go back to the 2-3 zone. But once again, that foul area, get a shooter in there. And Teague just flashed. There you go.
Teague steps out of the paint and hits the jumper.
Pretty easy. I mean, they could slip anybody in there. They play 4 round 1.
But you like it best when they have a decision maker and a guy who can make a play there at that free throw line for the Bears.
Absolutely.
Suggs open 3. Long rebound out to Butler.
Like to see him attacking early now.
Teague.
Well, you don't.
He got another one.
Well, you go. Don't get back. Don't get your hand up. Don't contest the shot. This team is unerring early. Look at this aggressive D.
Just so hard for Gonzaga to operate like it normally does. Underneath, Kispert.
That's their
Pass by
game.
Timmy.
Great cut, great pass.
They're great analyzing and get to the right spot. And you're right. Timmy, a great field.
You said it best, Rav. I mean, this is one of the best offenses of all time here, the way they move and cut. And this, no freedom out there, just confusion because of this defense.
And they found that spot now.
Teague with the jumper.
It's
Too easy.
Tough to play zone.
Kispert takes the shot, gives it up to Suggs. 2 minutes to go in a one-sided first half. Nembhard steps back for a three. Short. Ayayi keeps it down at this end. Nembhard driving in and got a whistle. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Greg, Clark, Kenny, and Charles have an in-depth breakdown of the first half of tonight's championship game. Highlights and analysis, AT&T at the half. And everyone's thinking the same thing. Just emotionally, physically fatigued off a Saturday night, and Baylor is so good.
I think they got punched early, as they say. Took the air right out of them, don't you?
They got stunned.
Yeah.
No question.
Third foul, by the way, on Chachua, who is going to come out now with Vital taking his spot.
And as you said earlier, Jim, Gonzaga's been down double digits a few times in the first half this season. Although, not against the Baylor Bears.
Right. No, reminds me, we were talking to Mark Few yesterday about the miracle on ice. USA beats Russia, but that's the semifinal game. And I said, you know, Coach, you still got to come back like the USA did. You got to beat Finland. And he said, Baylor is a lot better than Finland.
Back to straight up man.
Teague with the ball, has the last 7 for the Bears. Looking for more.
Tough shot. Look at Vital, though.
Gets it back to Teague. And rebound to Kispert with 1:28. Dump it down low.
There you go.
Vital behind him. Works it hard, gets the whistle.
Timmy has the size advantage down low on Vital. Vital only 6'5", giving up some height.
Timmy does a great job running rim to rim and then locking his guy in that lane. Beggs big time, as we've noted all year long. His footwork is impeccable.
Two shots. Timmy with this memorable tournament run. He led them with 25 in the game against UCLA. He's averaged 22 in the tournament. It might have the biggest draw charge in the history of the Final Four.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. And had a huge overtime that was overshadowed, of course, by the heroics of Suggs.
2 for 2. So the lead's been 19 several times after a 9-0 explosion at the start by Baylor. Now down to 13.
This is where they've had their problems. Timmy with a nice show.
Isolation here on Timmy.
They know.
Butler wanting it, driving it, giving
Nice
it up
pass.
to Vital.
Boy, they draw attention and slip pass.
Timmy in traffic, lost it on the floor. Kispert's there, tries to dump it. Ayayi has to come back out. Suggs now slashing, and that's going to be against Baylor. Big call right there.
Well, you are right, Jim. Got a little too deep.
I think Vital might have been in the restricted zone there.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Second on Vital. There are some foul concerns now for the Bears, fellas.
The 3 centers, really, when you think of it.
Well, you got Chachua has 3. Then you have Butler, Vital, and Thamba all with 2.
If you're Gonzaga now, you're thinking stop. One stop, get a possession.
Gonzaga missed its first free throw attempt and has made now its last 11.
Smart for the Zags to keep attacking
and taking Suggs out.
Suggs out of the game. They've had 13 free throw attempts to Baylor's 2.
They are very fortunate to only be down 12.
Oh, no, without a doubt here. They can get a stop and a score. They got to be feeling good about themselves going into half.
Got a 7-second differential.
Run out ball screen. You got to stay at home on the corner shooters.
Mitchell with the shot clock at 7. About to take off.
It's the step back 3 here by Mitchell.
There it is, Grant.
Short. Violation.
Shot clock violation gives Gonzaga
Put Suggs back in.
time to do something.
Give
Put
credit
Suggs,
to Cook.
Yeah, very good. Put Suggs back in. We can check the timer, I think. See if Mark doesn't want to chance it, I guess.
They add over a second and a half, up to 8.4.
It's good to have Nembhard on the floor, too. He's one of those guys that can push it quickly on the run. They're going to get an open look here.
Still driving. Finds the trailer, walks in.
What a great bit of execution. And boy, talk about a momentum. Woo, getting to 10. Ooh, it's relief. The Zags.
The Zags showing some heart, some grit and toughness, showing why they've been undefeated. Could have been knocked out. Beautiful pass and finish, and only down 10 after that first half.
Pretty good. And
wow.
It was a standing 8 count early.
Oh, you're right. They need the fight doctor in the corner, but the ability to cut, beautiful that trip. That's their game.
It was a 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes, including the last 5. So much of this game down between 15 and 19, and they get it to 10 at the intermission. We go to Tracy.
Well, Coach, they were able to make a run down the stretch there, but how were you able to disrupt this offense, holding them to just 37 points in the first half?
Well, we did a good job early, and then after that, they really we knew they'd make a run. Obviously, this game's a 40-minute game, but they got too many in transition on us. We got to do a much better job getting back. We did an offensive rebound as well in the last 10 minutes, and then we got to get to the free throw line. So we got to find a way to get there.
How much does your foul trouble concern you?
It concerns me. It concerns me more them on the free throw line and us not, though. So we got to do a good job guarding without fouling, and then we got to get some free throws.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Maceo Teague leads Baylor with 14. That's the end of the first half with the score. Baylor 47, Gonzaga 37. We're sending you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. They were down 9-0, just 2.5 in. It got to 19 several times and then started chipping away, making 8 of their last 11 from the field.
And Jim, they can't have a bad start. If they want it, they'll take the starch out of them.
And the Zags, they took the best shot from the Bears, and they're still standing. And you're right, a good start here with this 1-3-1 zone, which slowed down the Bears there in the first half.
There's Teague stepping away, getting the shot.
Nice rebound, Thamba.
Thamba got it blocked. Kicks it back over to Teague. Teague backing in on Suggs, who has those 2 fouls from the first half. Now Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Butler.
Oh my goodness. Oh, right in the heart. Just surveys the opportunity and then delivers.
His 3rd 3 of the game.
Nobody guards him.
Where is everybody?
Points in the paint. Continue to attack offensively if you're Gonzaga, but you got to get stops here on the defensive end.
Ayayi with 6, coming off a 22-point game.
Here they go to the 2-3, away from that 1-3-1.
As you said, wrapped early, that free throw line area is wide open.
They make a living right in there. Boy, that is
Butler
deep.
again.
Goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, he's surveying, delivering big time.
Top scorer now for the Bears with 16.
Oh, not a good look.
But it's
very
still
lucky.
The Suggs. It was off the hands of Butler, who knew he had it.
Once again, the ability to cut. That is their format for success.
You have to have a Butler awareness in the zone. They're switching back now to man-to-man. Smart by the Zags.
Nice.
Thamba.
Cross screen, he's got to finish that.
Timmy comes running out with it, up ahead. Nembhard finds Suggs, pitches it back. Kispert. It's the shot he wanted. Off the floor, it's Mitchell. 3-on-2. Races to the hole for 2.
Got to stop the ball right there defensively for Gonzaga. You can't let Mitchell get all the way to the rim there.
A nice denial by Thamba. They get the foul late.
Boy, it took a while.
Yeah, it sure did. Maybe the whistle was just not heard. But that's what he does best. Jimmy gets down the floor, and this kid, unabashed in that attack, loves that left. Big time finish. Just split them, did he?
Yes.
You got 3 on Thamba. You got 3 on Chachua. Nembhard had a good look from the corner. They've had 2 good 3 looks. Nembhard missed one, Kispert the other.
Look at him
Butler
handle it fine.
Dishes.
We hurt his shoulder too, Kispert. On the yank.
How about Butler? He's showing his range earlier, getting downhill in the paint, no look pass. I mean, he is showing off here why he is so dynamic and explosive for his ball club.
He's turning this into Butler Fieldhouse.
Which we're not far from. A great visit there. 60% free throw shooter.
Up. Kispert, he's coming out.
They're going to check his arm, I think.
And he picked up his 2nd foul.
Got a stinger, I think. He's holding that pretty good. That's the strength of Thamba.
And gets his first point of the night.
Yeah, that eliminates a 3-point shooter with Kispert on the bench, too.
Suggs in the paint. Made it look easy.
Great screen down low there by Watson, sealing.
They do that great.
Vital. Continue to weave on the perimeter.
He's got the match he wants right now.
Watson on him.
Don't reach, you're going to get a foul.
Gets around him. Feeds the corner. Vital.
It's not quite his game.
You can live with that if you're Gonzaga.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suggs, bounce pass. Fortunate to get it to Yayi. Timmy, dish, Suggs, and 1.
Timmy can make plays. Just give him a chance.
And that's the fire that few was looking for. Suggs' reaction after making the basket and getting the foul.
And how smart was he to jump, stop, and knock over 2 defenders?
4th foul on Thamba. And he looks in the direction of the Gonzaga fan base. And first fiery kind of look of the night by anybody on Gonzaga as Kispert's back on the floor for Watson.
They got to stoke the fire. You're right, Jim. They got to get emotionally involved in this game. They are playing a talented club. Chama Chachama, much better screener, I think. There's that little double. They haven't run that all game. They circle it and curl.
Back over to Butler.
Sidestep.
Gets the separation. And that goes back to Gonzaga.
And right now in the second half, it's really been all Butler for Baylor. No one else really has scored right now. And obviously the defense has picked up for Gonzaga on the last 2 possessions.
Suggs again driving in. Just a little too strong with it. He's been able to penetrate in the second half.
That's what he wants now. It's tough to help off him.
Teague steps back. Rattles out. Kispert up ahead.
This is the pace they want, though. Nembhard's really had trouble with the ball a few times. Mishandle, not in his comfort zone.
Myers going to come on the floor. Flagler as well. Yeah, just inexplicably lost it.
Pace right now, Zag's advantage, don't you think?
Yeah, this is how they want to play. Get out in transition, get up and down. They're getting stops, though, on the defensive end, which is so important. They got to convert, though, when they get those stops. It's a two-man game right here. Oh, great defense by Watson.
Got the under 16. We got a national championship on the line. Baylor seeing its 19-point lead trimmed. But it's getting intense here in the second half in Indianapolis. Well, Butler, what a start for him to this second half. He's hit 4 out of 7 from outside. He's got 16, top scorer in the game.
And that's what makes them so tough. They don't have to rely on one guy every game. Others can provide a big-time lift. There's that 4-around-1 small lineup. Everybody can shoot. Nice little dive to the rim.
Oh, wow, Chachua.
But they are asleep defensively.
Boy, does Scott Drew draw one up during that timeout.
He is a great screener out there and rolls quickly.
To Watson.
And Raft on that last play there, when they go 4-around-1, you cannot help on the weak side. Just throw it up to the big fella. And Chachua goes and gets it in a beautiful finish. But when Meyer is on the floor and you have those shooters in spacing for Baylor, you have to pick your poison and make a decision there defensively.
2 shots for Watson. And now Timmy coming in for a Yayi. Timmy tonight, 10 points on 4 out of 5 from the floor, 4 rebounds.
We haven't seen much in the tournament, Watson and Timmy on the floor at the same time. Interesting substitution right there by Few.
Well, he's got Meyer, and it's a tough matchup because he drags him away from the goal. And now he's got Flagler. That's even more difficult. This is your worst nightmare, trying to stop that kid.
To Teague.
Bad foul. That far out, number 2, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Of course, Timmy was in foul trouble on Saturday night, never did foul out.
Right, of course, stepped in, took a lot of courage to pick that charge up.
Bill, is so impressive, though, how Baylor is patient. And they just find that mismatch and then try to take advantage of it.
Talking about the draw charge. One of the top 2 up there with Terry Gannon in North Carolina State.
Yes.
83. There you go, Terry. Yes, got Clyde as 4th.
Well, you're reminiscent again, huh?
And there's Mitchell.
Nice save.
TG's a friend. I had to give him a little pop. Here we go with Gonzaga now, trying to race it up the floor.
Number, 4 on him? Big John?
Yeah, they've got now 2 players with 4 fouls.
He is an integral part with his screening and rolling. He and Thamba are going to come smaller with Vital.
Yep. They've made Chachua and Thamba most of the season kind of interchangeable, but now both out with 4.
And Raph, with the substitution now with Chachua out, you have to go inside to Timmy. Let him go to work against the smaller Vital.
And this is how they do it. They start with the ball screen, generally dives to the box, gets the mismatch he wants. The timing hasn't been good.
Nembhard waits and gets it.
Woohoo, showing some strength too with the discard.
Down to single digits. The last time it was under 10, Baylor led 13-4, 5 minutes into the game. Suggs hits the floor and recovers.
And they don't get back to cover Vital.
Unbelievable.
Oh, goodness, that is just killing them. That analysis.
Vital having a nice game. Timmy on the floor, tied up. Nope, they don't call it. Picked off the floor by Butler. Wants to challenge Nembhard. Got a bump with the body. Going to be a 2-shot situation.
They have mishandled the ball on numerous occasions at the other end and scrambling and offering and really getting after it. A pretty good save here to get rid of it, but it initiates a fast break.
Well, Raph, they've been mishandling because of the defensive pressure of Baylor.
That's the 4th turnover on Timmy in this game. He's lost the handle a couple of times. 2 for Butler. The UEFA Champions League quarterfinals kicks off tomorrow Man City versus Dortmund. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. You can stream every match live on Paramount Plus.
He's got some great-looking stroke.
First consensus All-America by way of Baylor in school history. First team All-America delivering tonight.
Nice. There you go.
Able to get around Butler at the other end.
A little counterpoint, same kind of situation. Screen roll, find the big.
Of course, for Gonzaga, Raph, they have to figure out how to defend this high screen roll. The Bears have just picked it apart offensively. Here it comes.
There you go. Teague was waiting for it to develop. Wasn't there. Now challenges. Puts it up. Oh, what a shot. Up and under Timmy.
Wow. Went at the big fella.
They are just incredible around the rim, the perimeter guys.
Kispert now driving and rejected. And Baylor's on a break.
Smart move here. Little delay.
Flagler. Splash.
Ooh, killer. Killer.
They've opened it back up big again.
Do they have answers? Activity defensively. Run out. Nylock. Flagler. Ringing the bell big time.
Well, there's a reason the Baylor Bears led the country in three-point shooting, because they got plenty of guys who can fill it up, and fill it up indeed. Butler, Flagler, second half, right when Gonzaga was making a run, they answered with the three-point attack from the Bears.
And they got an army, an arsenal, and Dan and brother Bryce is meditating there, right?
Bryce looks nervous.
Yeah. Chris Homer, great coach in his own right.
Yeah, Scott, of course, is understudy for 10 years, then took over head coach for him for 1 year at Valpo before going to Baylor. Now Suggs. Yayi driving on Meyer. Tough shot. Got it.
And boy, really nice defensive scheme. Just couldn't come up with it.
There's Butler. Easily to the paint. Vital with the 6th offensive rebound.
And how about the play of Vital? The energy, the activity on the glass. As you said, Jim, 6 offensive rebounds. Little things. Of course, Butler getting to the paint at will. Vital just keeping that possession alive. His intensity paying off for the Bears.
Teague's going out. Butler to inbound.
Got to move and help him out.
All the way back to Meyer. Seeing that shot of Homer Drew. We asked Scott what his father taught him about basketball and winning at this level. He said it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
I had the Sams and the Harrys on
Got a Yayi broke early, but Nimhard didn't go with it. Suggs.
This defense, they don't get credit for it because they're so efficient on the offensive end, but they get down in the stance, they help one another, they space, they jam, they recover. Just sensational.
And Mitchell gets all that credit as Defensive Player of the Year, but collectively they all commit to playing defense, like you said, Raph.
Suggs.
Look at that defense collectively. Look at this cut.
Wide open is Butler, and Kispert skies and throws it behind his back right to Mitchell, to Butler, and Timmy then commits the foul, which will be his 3rd. You trying to figure out some answers. Still trying to solve it. Still trying to figure out a way to get back into it. Got it down to 9, but since that time, a 9-4 stretch. Yeah, problem solving. It's tough against this Baylor bunch.
They're so solid on both ends of the floor. They look a step off, I think, all night. Just not reacting like you normally see this Gonzaga team, but attributable to this really sound defensive scheme. Tough kids, Baylor.
Great kid here at the line, Butler to shoot 2. I was talking to David Kay, their fine sports information director. He said he'll be a future athletic director. Trust me, after he has a great playing career, he'll be back and doing something like that, leading the university's athletic department. While I'm at it, I just want to thank David Kay, Barrett Henderson from Gonzaga, Alex Timoreos from UCLA, Jeff Conrad, the Conrad Cam from the University of Houston. They represented their school so well and helped us in a year when we had very little access. As Timmy drives in.
Offense.
Oh boy, that's going to be now 4 on him.
Wow, that changes everything.
Talk about help side defense right there. Meyer, he sniffed that out, got in there, feet set. Was able to draw that charge, and as you said, Timmy's going to have to sit down right now.
They're always in the right spot. By the way, you mentioned Butler being an AD. I think he'll be taking a cut in pay, though, after about 10 or 11 years in the league.
A long time from now.
Nice pin down. Boy, they've run little wrinkles. It's not all the ball screen. Look at that Phil Meyer. What a cut. Right to the gut. Heads up play. 24. Really on the ropes here.
Look at Mitchell.
Ayayi. And Baylor up 18 with possession. Gonzaga's missed its last 6 from 3. And again, just a 1-for-9 performance tonight from out there.
And Mitchell's clearing out right here. He wants this mismatch on Watson.
Got a little hand check, reach in. What else can you do?
You said it best. I mean, he goes left a lot.
Loves it.
Oh, you've been doing your scouting report.
Well, you told me I better shape up. Timmy, of course, saddled with those fouls, really takes a major dimension of their offensive flow.
One more for Mitchell. And his father loves what he's seeing.
And I'll tell you, this kid is just great understanding and feel. He's explosive.
Now to 20, biggest lead of the night.
They have stepped up their defensive pressure too.
Suggs, finally another 3 drops for the Bulldogs, just their second one.
Their bread and butter right here.
The spacing offensively, letting Butler go to work.
Look at this step back.
Goodness.
Ayayi spins away after the rebound to Watson.
What a play.
Look at
They're
Mitchell's
everywhere.
hands. Look at how quick he is.
They don't give up. Incredible.
I mean, the speed, the athleticism, and not quitting up big. Still fighting, still making that extra effort on the defensive end. Scott Drew pleased with his performance of his guys, and he just rotates them in, keeps them fresh with that depth he has on the bench.
And could have been an offensive foul. Watson.
Here's Kispert.
Look at the way they get after it. Solid checkouts, 2-handed rebounds. He's an old book.
And under 10 minutes to go, and the perfect season is on life support.
And they can use clock a little bit more.
Thamba.
Woo. He's trying to put it all together on that attack to the rim.
Trying to show the guards that he can make plays too.
Their centers have been magnificent, lost control of it. Otherwise, he would have had that big-time highlight.
Third foul on Watson. Boy, I just can't help but sit here on this night and think about what Scott Drew has done, what he has built, what this program has done, the steps it's taken. I mean, it's just you can't find a rebuild maybe to compare.
No. Because I was down there early in his career. We spoke about it the other night with Jim Simpson and Judd Heathcote. He brought it up on our Zoom. And the question by Judd was, why would you take this job? Goodness.
Timmy is on the floor.
He's getting stretched out.
Nembhard.
Look at this harassing.
Suggs, step back 3. Good looking shot there.
Still a tough shot, contested. The defense of Baylor. It's just a textbook performance by these Bears.
19 for Suggs, 12 coming here in the second half.
Everything tough and difficult for Gonzaga. The intensity just incredible by Baylor.
Use the clock, but they're still in their motion.
There's the mismatch again.
With 5. Butler.
And nobody in the back to protect. Got a foul, too. Thamba.
Let's go over to Tracy. That's going to be it for Thamba.
Well, Jim, before Timmy picked up that 4th foul, I noticed that he was favoring that left hip, and as soon as he came to the bench, he talked with the athletic trainer, took some medicine, and is now being stretched out on that bench over on the floor. They will certainly need him down the stretch if they want to get back in this, so I will keep you updated as soon as we get any more information, but something certainly to watch.
Okay, Trace. Again, Thamba just fouled out. Vital back on the floor for the Bears.
And if Timmy can go, I think you have to put him back in there.
Oh, yeah. I think when he dove on the floor that time, he may have hurt himself. Good dribble drive.
Emhart.
Vital just doesn't give up on a play, though. He's not going to let you get there. He's going to trap your arms. This is a glue guy. Special ops.
His 3rd foul. Emhart, whose brother Ryan at Monteverde Academy won a national high school championship just a couple of days ago. So they're trying to get 2 championships in a matter of days in the family. His brother hit a key 3 down the stretch.
He did. I watched a little of that game. I think he's going to Creighton, too.
Yes, sign for Creighton.
Look at this.
Coach
Bump
McDermott.
empty. Boy, so many weapons. All can handle. All can stretch the D. Better check Vital on the rebound, too.
Now with 5. Works it underneath.
He was out of bounds.
Fire was out of bounds.
And wasn't forced out. Or did his momentum take him out? As we found the other night when Suggs... good call right on top of it. When Suggs' momentum carried him out of bounds. To finish that thought.
Flagler comes in. That's the first turnover of the second half for the Bears. That's how they played.
Look at Mitchell front and fight inside, too. Nice cut.
To Yayi.
Oh, goodness.
I thought that was a jump ball.
I did, too. They're all over.
They are.
Foul call on Flagler, and a break in the action. Under 8 to go. They have been, from the very opening tip, in control of this one. Baylor, intense, on fire, executing at both ends, and leading it 75-59, trying again to deny Gonzaga the perfect season. The one we haven't seen since 1976 and Indiana, 45 years ago. Of course, some call this stadium the house that Peyton built. And Indianapolis's all-time sports icon was born just a couple of days before Indiana completed the perfect season that very week down in New Orleans to Olivia and Archie Manning.
How about that?
Wow.
First player with 20 points, plus 7, or at least 7 assists in a national championship game since Carmelo.
How about that?
03.
Rarefied air right there.
Absolutely. Or with that jump in the corner.
Timmy back on the floor. Saw that.
Goodness.
Another missed opportunity at the line.
Yeah. Last 3 in a row. Empty. This team is connected, though. Boy, they are impressive. Everybody's a threat with the dribble drive, the shot. Vital just does his job.
Fire to Mitchell. Watch out. Tapped out. Nembhard.
The Zags got to thrive here in transition. Get an easy basket. Recovery by the Bears.
Kispert, they needed it.
What a find, too. Suggs with the kick. Pretty good location. You never know.
13-point game.
They got to make them think a little now, Baylor. Should I take this shot? reverse the pressure a little bit with a good stop.
Vidal got thrown to the floor, wanted a foul call, was pleading his case. Teague tapped around.
Look at this kid.
Vidal, what a presence on the offensive glass.
Jim, you're right. He just knows where to go to defend or help. Good. What can I do for you, Coach?
How about 7 offensive rebounds, Raph?
It's unbelievable. 5 in the first half.
4th foul on Nembhard. You got 4 on him, 4 on Timmy.
Just does his homework early, though. Plus that size, that big body reminds me of Charles Barkley the way he carves out that area.
Well, do you know that Barkley is his all-time idol, Charles?
Goodness.
And Chuck heard that a couple of years ago, and as you know, heart of gold, picked up the phone and called him.
How about that?
Just
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Just made his year.
What's going on with Charles makes everybody's year. And a bad day the next day.
That's what we say about you.
Watched it. Yeah, no room to talk.
They got to go through Timmy a little bit. Ball screen, get him to the box, get the mismatch they want.
And if not, got to attack, get to the paint, create opportunities.
Up and down, yeah, what a closeout. Boy, they're so efficient and solid.
Butler forced that turnover.
And that's an All-American right there in Kispert.
Exactly.
You said that closeout by Butler, helping on the roll, getting out to the shooter, and forcing another Gonzaga turnover.
Nice steal on the hold. That's got to be a flagrant 1.
Yeah.
And boy, that's a big turn of events here.
Butler comes over to dispute the call, but right on the spot, they make it.
Of course, in your days too, I guess they'd call it an intentional foul, but it's flagrant 1 now.
Right.
Gene, any question about this?
No, I don't think there can be, Jim, because the breakaway is happening so quick, and Suggs has a free shot to the basket. Butler reacts, but the grab on the shoulder, which is restricting him from getting the breakaway, you've got to call that, as Raph said, it's an intentional foul. In the old day, by its definition, they call it a flagrant 1 now. But it's a call you've got to make.
Goodness, the free throws
Suddenly can't hit the free throws.
Could have been a potential 5-point play, you know. A little bit of the zone look. He was a zone guy in his early coaching days. Scott Drew, they do a little matchup, point out, looks like a 1-3-1, morphs to a 2-3, and they will switch to man too. Look at the closeouts.
Timmy.
Tough shot.
Way short, and Baylor just lets it go out.
And Raph, they run their zone like a man-to-man defense. I mean, it's impressive how they just cover for each other, multiple efforts. It's
Very well said.
beautiful to watch.
Not necessarily to play against.
Not Finland.
That's right.
Great point.
Teague.
But they are so good in that area of the floor, all of them.
Teague now with 18. Suggs
Tough shot.
trying to bank one again.
Oh, he's got hurt.
Yeah, you got hurt.
Oh, boy.
Up ahead. And Suggs is going to pick up his 3rd.
Yai.
Kispert runs back to help his teammate.
It looked like Ayayi kind of ran into Timmy on that play, going for an offensive rebound. Both were going for it, and
By the leg buckle. Oh, my goodness. That's
right leg.
Whew. I know you're cringing with your ankle situation over your career.
I don't know if that's his ankle or his knee right there. Did not look good.
Meanwhile, Baylor goes to the line, having hit its last 11 free throws. Teague. That was automatic after that stat.
Yeah, exactly. Hope you don't do that over putts this week.
I'll be careful.
I mean, this Baylor team looks so fresh and energized. Like they could go play another game tonight. I mean, they just...
That's how they looked Saturday, too, against Houston.
Yeah.
I think having the 3 centers really helps them. And, of course, the ability to go off the bench and knock shots down by Meyer and Flagler. And look at the hands
Cook.
by Big Jonathan. And he runs right to the rim.
7th steal by the Bears.
Butler will use clock here.
Got to help off of Vital.
Here's Mitchell.
Leaving him alone.
He knows the situation's got time, floats it short. Not in time with that one.
Once again, Vital, though, on the glass. He's everywhere.
He knows his job.
Star in your role.
Absolutely knows for the basketball.
So I'm trying to think of a championship game like this one, where a team came out 9-0 and 29-10.
Oh, look at
There's
this pass.
another turnover.
Oh, they said it was deflected.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
You can think of anything like this?
No.
I can't.
In the final?
Wow.
Kispert.
One and done now. But Vital. Defensively, offensively on that board. Tower of strength. This kid can embarrass you, can he?
Oh, he was just setting it up the whole time.
Get the lingerie on the deck. Call the janitor.
Kispert with the left hand. But just 3:40 to go. Kachua. We'll spend some more time.
You mentioned roles. They do know their role. The big guys, what they can do to help the cause. And this is the one. Mark Few's going to be thinking about how to handle that ball screen.
And that will stay with Baylor. And reality, fellas, is beginning to set in.
Sure is.
Absolutely.
At Baylor University, I did not come to go to the NCAA tournament. We came to win games at the NCAA tournament. We came with the chance to win a national championship at Baylor University.
That was August 22nd, 2003, at his introductory press conference. I mean, just outrageous to say that. They had just the program in shambles. It took them, of course, they knew it would. They've won 21 games total the first 3 years. But true to his word, he's 318 away from that incredible prescient comment at his introduction.
And how proud is his family at the performance that he has done coaching and lifting this program. Incredible, Jim.
If you were at that press conference, we would be touching one another, saying, "What is this guy thinking here?" Right?
We say that with you sometimes.
Rightfully so.
He had to be thinking that. Like, how can you make that claim?
He knew.
But he knew.
Prophetic.
And a great coach. Let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance and Raft. Your idea during a break to name a university after him here in Indianapolis might be a little bit too much, but what a performance.
Well, this is one that you can't blame the Butler. This is he's the reason, the mainstay. He stepped up big time. They just put you on your heels, drill those deep ones, or do the little blow by and get to the rim.
Look at that. Talk about blow by.
He
Didn't
gets-
finish.
That kid's left is dynamite.
Out.
Look at Chechua inside, just battling with Timmy.
He plays with a lot of it. Look at this. Doesn't give up on the play. And they've been a step off all evening long, the Zags.
Nemhard.
Vital, I want it.
This is a team that had a 3-week break because of COVID during the season. A lot of folks thought they could have been undefeated if they hadn't had the break.
Came back, didn't play well against KU. Not a lot of people do.
They start over basically as Mitchell banks it home.
They found their stride here in the tournament. Saving the best for last.
People talked about conferences all year. They played in a great conference. Competitive every night. Boy, they are on top of their game.
How about Scott Drew? Most coaches dream of having one good point guard. They essentially have 3 out there on the court.
And you don't like Flagler? We'll throw him in the right. That might be 4.
He's not out there right now.
No, you're right. You're right. They have just been magnificent.
One left.
Tapped. Suggs. 2 more. But just 1:25 to go. The Baylor Nation that made its way to Indianapolis on its feet, realizing that April the 5th in Indianapolis is going to be good to their school for the second time. 16 years ago tonight, the Baylor women's team won their first national title on April the 5th, 2005 in this city.
High praise for both programs, obviously.
Butler. Coming up next, get all of tonight's highlights and analysis, plus the trophy presentation, as well as one shining moment on Inside March Madness, presented by Buick.
And you can just see the Gonzaga kids, shoulders down, head slumping.
How do you frame it, guys? What they did this season, what they did Saturday night, and then to have this performance tonight.
I mean, it was incredible. I mean, obviously not finishing the deal here tonight, so disappointing for them, but the season they had, the adversity, COVID protocols, to be able to weather that storm, carry that title of #1 all season, incredible. Just came up short here against a very talented Baylor Bears.
Yeah, you can't lose sight of what Gonzaga's done all year long. Just played a team that were on top of their game, a step quicker, and boy, the hugging, how gratifying that is. And Jim, both teams were hugging one another as well, which tells you the respect they have for both programs.
Great sportsmanship.
Got to smile. Scott Drew, what a job he and his staff have done.
And now they'll take out Butler. Cryer will come in for him. Turner's on the floor. Loveday, Peterson, and Moffitt. Incredible work. And meanwhile, on the other end, the first undefeated team since '79 to make it to the championship. Indiana State didn't win that night, and Salt Lake City either.
Tell you what, it just proves and shows you how hard it is to do what Indiana did back in the 70s. Pulling off a perfect season, so difficult.
I see the pain on Mark Few as we check out those undefeated teams that lost.
You know, Indiana, when they had the perfect season, they knew, of course, what they'd accomplished, but undefeated seasons, as you get the outside shot from Strother, there were a bunch of them in a row, including UCLA had 4 in a span, and like every 5 or 6 years you'd have one. Now it's been 45 years and counting.
This kid can shoot too, by the way. They don't get much time. He can make threes.
The steal by Peterson.
Still well coached though, right?
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
This will do it. This will do it. Scott Drew's dream comes true. Coach Drew and Baylor complete college basketball's greatest rebound and rebuild with a championship. Gonzaga huddles together one last time as a team.
The heartbreak they must feel, but they just ran into a buzzsaw. This team, Jesus, talk about Butler or any of the others. The preparation, the defensive scheme, they're not afraid of the moment, any of them.
Not afraid at all. The contrast and emotions on display here. The celebration, the feeling of dejection from Gonzaga. We have a new champion. And Scott Drew said he found the calling on Friday. He is a champion indeed here Monday night.
We came to win games in the NCAA tournament, he said back in '03, that clip we played. We came here with a chance to win the NCAA championship. And tonight in Indianapolis, they've done that in resounding fashion.
Vital taking a rest after 8 offensive rebounds. He deserves it. 11 rebounds all total.
Hey, this is what he wanted to do. He signed with them after his sophomore year in high school. Vital.
I guess he wanted to go there.
He wanted to be a part of it, came back an extra year. He's 24 years old. It was all about coming back and winning a championship.
Sure did.
They absolutely dominate Saturday and Monday and proved to the nation that they are the best in the land, the 2021 national champions, Baylor University Bears.